stand for something, and we don't stand for something, and they don't stand for something, then we all fall. If you don't stand for something, we don't stand for something, and they don't stand for something, then we all score. Then we all score.
Welcome everybody to SmackDown, a very special 1 hour edition hot off the heels of Backlash, where this man silenced a lot of critics. And in Glendale, Arizona, there sounds like there's a lot of critics in this audience. I can tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, Cesaro is not here tonight. That's why Roman Reigns looks so confident. He silenced Cesaro, there is no question, and I'm sure we're going to hear all about it, but Cesaro has been medically suspended due to a rib injury, but is expected he will be able to make a full recovery by as early as next week. But right now, we're about to hear from the leader of the Roman Empire. He really likes antagonizing the crowd, Roman Reigns. Really is a despicable human being. Listen to this place. Glendale, Arizona are just all over Roman Reigns and the Empire. Well, this should be interesting. A Hall of Fame legend. Who the hell is he talking about? Oh my goodness! It's the Usos' father, Rikishi, and Glendale, Arizona are on their feet. The Hall of Fame legend indeed. Rikishi makes his way to the ring. And apparently, this is the celebration, and the Empire have gotten out of the ring in respect, and you can see Rikishi, he's got a little bit of a swagger about him. He looks great. What on earth could Rikishi possibly have in store? They're in the ring and... Oh, wait a minute, what the hell is this? What the good Lord? The Usos just pinned him against the corner. And for God's sake, that's their friggin' father. That's their father. And they've just taken out Rikishi. And look at this, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has got him one-on-one. What the hell is this? They brought him out to join the celebration. And his two sons look in. His two sons are looking on while Roman Reigns tears apart their retired Hall of Fame father. What the hell is the meaning of this? And look at Roman Reigns. And he's clapping. He's clapping at ringside. And here he comes. Rikishi showing some fighting. And good Lord, he took his head off. That's your friggin' father in the ring. How are they letting this happen? Rikishi's busted wide open, and Roman Reigns is tearing at him like a hyena. What the hell is the meaning of this? And now he's got a friggin' chair, and the referee's trying to keep him apart. But look at Roman Reigns tearing apart Rikishi with a chair. Is there anything these people will not do Can you even call them people? Are they even human? Rikishi can barely move, and now here, yeah, finally some sense. Finally some sense. He's telling him that's enough, and it is enough. It is enough. But Roman Reigns dresses him down, and God. He's had enough. Roman Reigns continues to maul Rikishi. This is absolutely outrageous. What a slime bag son of a bitch. Roman Reigns had finally some sense. Rikishi's two son of a bitch sons have decided to take him out of the ring. And look at this! Tyson Kidd now, he's seen enough! It's about time someone came in and did something! Tyson Kidd! Tyson Kidd is lining up the world champion! Tyson Kidd has seen enough! But look at Roman Reigns! Look at the power of Reigns, for God's sake! He's got the blood of a family member's... Oh my God. This is just ridiculous. But Tyson Kidd, he's had enough. Tyson Kidd is lining it up. He's got a family member's blood on his hands, and Roman Reigns doesn't even care. He got out of the way. And now what's he doing? The power of Roman Reigns, he just takes you wherever he wants. Whips him in, up, and another Samoa drop. And Roman Reigns lines up Tyson Kidd. Oh, God. A Superman punch from Roman Reigns lays out Tyson Kidd, and here we go. He's stalking him again. And Tyson Kidd, wait a minute, he reversed it. Tyson Kidd reversed it. And now Roman Reigns, God almighty. God almighty. Roman Reigns goes outside the ring, tosses Tyson Kidd back in the ring, and this is just disgusting. Roman Reigns, God, this is unbelievable. The knees to the face of Tyson Kidd, and oh my God, a huge right hand, and look at this guy. He's proud of himself. How can you be proud of yourself? He just beat up a Hall of Fame legend. And now Tyson, God almighty. I think Tyson Kidd's busted open as well. Tyson Kidd is busted open as well, but he's gonna fight. He's gonna fight. Tyson Kidd not backing down from the world champion. But Reigns, oh my God. Another spear from Roman Reigns. Takes Tyson Kidd right out of the equation. And look at this guy. This is just ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Do something. Somebody's got to step in. This is just outrageous. Tyson Kidd is being hammered. And look at Roman Reigns just staring out at the crowd. He doesn't give a shit. And look at this. Just mauling Tyson Kidd. Bloodying up Tyson Kidd. And just tossing him out of the ring. Will this ever end? Will this ridiculousness ever end? And now he's got his title, yeah. Real proud of yourself. Real proud of yourself. Here comes Dolph Ziggler now. Here comes Dolph Ziggler. He's going to come down and get the face of Roman Reigns. A heavy right hand from Ziggler. And a drop kick. And here's Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler taking it to the world champion. Ziggler stomping away on Roman Reigns. Get him. Get him, Dolph. Smash him. Dolph Ziggler lining up Reigns, but Reigns counters again. Reigns counters again. And just grabs a headlock. And look at this. Reigns again. But here's Ziggler. Ziggler tosses him out of the ring. I mean, here come the Usos again, Oh, for God's sake, the numbers game again. Jay and Jimmy Uso. It looked as though they may have had a friggin' heart and maybe tending to their father. But no, here they are back here again. And now Reigns, after getting knocked out of the ring by Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler can barely move. The Usos watch on. And this son of a bitch Reigns is going to pick apart the bones again. For God's sake. This is completely and utterly ridiculous. Yeah, real proud of yourself. Real proud of yourself, Uso. Well, switching gears here, ladies and gentlemen, after that despicable opening of the show, I must apologise to anybody who was offended by that. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Edge has given Jack Swagger and Neville the opportunity to main event the show. So right here tonight, we see Jack Swagger take on Neville. Well, with the dust settled, ladies and gentlemen, we're set for our first official in-ring action here on SmackDown. Two women vying to try and get back in the title hunt as Charlotte takes on Emma. Both of these women took part in the #1 Contenders tournament. Of course, Emma, in a hard-fought battle, was eliminated by Paige, and Charlotte was eliminated by Natalya, who later on, she would have a hand in eliminating Natalya, so Paige could go through. Very controversial indeed. Both of these women will be looking to try and launch themselves back into contendership as Charlotte takes the arm. Nice hammerlock there from the former women's champion. See there, the power of the Charlotte. What a lineage. What a lineage. The daughter of Ric Flair. She whips in. Oh, look at that. That aggressive stomp almost. You couldn't really call it a big boot. It was more a stomp, but you can see Charlotte. Early control of Emma. As this crowd still comes down from what we just saw. Absolutely incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely incredible as a bulldog. From the always aggressive, always impressive Charlotte. And there's a drop kick from Emma. Now she's going to take it to the base. And nice shot right to the back of the kneecap. That really hurts. And now you can see this aggressive streak in Emma. It's definitely there. We know it's there. She has a very flamboyant entrance, very flamboyant style. But she can go. Make no mistake about that. And Emma now getting Charlotte to her feet. Now Charlotte flips her around. And a snapmare. A snapmare. Now Charlotte, very aggressively grabs her, picks her up. Look at the power down. And Charlotte is in firm control, but Emma. And wait a minute. I see, that's Natalya's in the front row. She's just hopped over the barrier. Natalya's just hopped over the barrier. And Emma is distracting the referee. And this looks so familiar. We saw it on NXT. And Natalya DDT Charlotte on the chair this time. And Natalya throws her into the ring. Emma slings her across the ring. And Emma into the cover. Surely not. And 3. And Emma picks up a huge upset victory over Charlotte with an assist from Natalya. I guess turnabout is fair play. Ladies and gentlemen, I have an update from the desk of Edge, who has said Rikishi is moving his extremities and he has been rushed to a local hospital here in Glendale, Arizona. He is being observed. Neither of his sons, and I'm struggling to say this, neither of his sons have gone with him, and it's just a horrific situation, and he's by himself in the hospital. Both of his sons are in Glendale, Arizona, but both of his sons had a hand in the reason that he is in the hospital, and I don't know what to say. It's a horrendous situation. But we have to carry on with the show, and hopefully throughout the show I'll have some more updates on Rikishi's condition. Back in the ring, ladies and gentlemen, and the Golden Truth await their opponents. And this match, as you saw on Monday Night Raw, well, it's come directly from there. Because the Big Show and Mark Henry, the Hall of Destruction, have vowed that nobody, and they mean nobody, but them, will get their hands on Sheamus and Baron Corbin. They made a statement by taking out the Golden Truth last week before they could get their hands on Baron Corbin and Sheamus in tag team action. Of course, we saw at Backlash, Sheamus and Baron Corbin got the job done, and these two have not taken it very well. Cannot argue with how Sheamus and Corbin got it done, but I think these two will find an argument. And this match has been signed off by General Manager Edge. And it's going to be an interesting one. Very unorthodox tag team, of course, Goldust and R-Truth. You can't afford to muck around when it comes to these two, because this could get really ugly really quickly. And wait a damn minute here. Here comes Sheamus and Baron Corbin, the tag team champions. They are making their way down to the ring. And what the hell is this all about? They're in those ridiculous shirts that claim they're better than Andre the Giant. They claim they're the Giant Slayers. And now they're standing at ringside as this match gets underway. And Mark Henry power slamming R-Truth across the ring. He looks unperturbed, but Baron Corbin and Sheamus standing either side of the ring. And this has got combustible written all over it as Mark Henry takes it to R-Truth here. And look at these ridiculous shirts, these homemade shirts. And look at Sheamus, he's cheering him on. He is cheering on Mark Henry. And you can hear, oh, that almost took him off his feet. These fans chanting sexual chocolate at Mark Henry. And that'll only piss him off. Look at this. You can see that aggression. There's no games. There's no games with Mark Henry and the Big Show. This is real life. And look up and down. Oh my God. He just threw him. And Mark Henry gets the tag to, believe it or not, the bigger man. And look at Sheamus. Look at Sheamus. He was leaning on the apron. And they are just generally in the way here. Look at the elevation on R-Truth. And Sheamus is clapping. He's happy with this. And look at Big Show. Clearly distracted by Sheamus, who looks very cocky on the outside. So wonder they're not wearing the titles. What the hell's Baron Corbin up to? What the hell is Baron Corbin up to here? Corbin slides a chair in the ring. And look out. God, Lord. Henry threw him. Sorry, Big Show threw R-Truth right over near that chair. But look at this from the Big Show. Those massive hands all across the face of R-Truth. And this is ridiculous. Sheamus and Baron Corbin are just watching from ringside. You got to be careful. You get too close to the fire, you will get burnt. R-Truth hasn't been able to tag in Goldust at all in this match. And God, look at that huge right hand from Mark Henry. That huge right hand from Mark Henry. Now whips him into the corner. You can see the Big Show. He's got some choice words for Sheamus. God. It's a wonder this hasn't broken down into chaos, ladies and gentlemen. It really is. Oh. But Sheamus and Baron Corbin, they're standing at ringside. They haven't done anything wrong yet. Into the cover too. Goldust, he got in, but the Big Show cut him off. But R-Truth was able to kick out anyway. Now Mark Henry pulls him in, pulls him back and down. Oh. And look at Baron Corbin. Look at Baron Corbin. He's got the stairs. What the hell is he doing? They're just trashing ringside. What the hell are they doing? Mark Henry here with a power slam. Oh, and a headbutt. And the mind games just continue here. You see Baron Corbin's, he's distracting the referee. Baron Corbin had the referee distracted, and I guess that's why they're here. That's why Baron Corbin and Sheamus are down here, is just to cause chaos and play mind games as R-Truth gets the upper hand on Mark Henry off the distraction from Corbin. Now we know why. There shouldn't be any surprise. There's a neck breaker, and R-Truth is in control here. Now it's Goldust in the ring for the first time, going to face off against Mark Henry. He takes Mark Henry and tosses him all the way outside. And Corbin backs away. Corbin backs away. And he's not going to touch Mark Henry. What on earth is this about? Oh! Shot from Goldust to the outside. Counter to the referee. Goldust has got Mark Henry, as you've heard me say many times, in the wrong part of town here. And he's stomping away. Goldust very cautious of Baron Corbin, though. I don't think anybody in the company, in the tag team division, trusts a guy like Baron Corbin, who's just standing there and enjoying watching the show here as Goldust takes it to Mark Henry and now slides in the ring, much to the appreciation of this crowd. You can see Goldust. I wouldn't be placating to the crowd, mate. I wouldn't be placating to the crowd at all as Mark Henry just slings him across the ring. And now you can see Baron Corbin distracting Mark Henry here again, and Goldust from behind again. And the referee's got to throw him out. This is ridiculous. How can you have a professional wrestling match? And look out, Goldust. Goldust picks him up. Oh, there it is. Straight into the cover. Oh my God, Mark Henry kicked out at nothing. And I think Mark Henry's pissed as Goldust goes over for the neck breaker. Look at Mark Henry with the power and reverses it. And I think all Baron Corbin has done has pissed Mark Henry off here. Goldust though, can he get him up? Curtain call. He nailed it. Into the cover. Oh, Mark Henry kicked out again at nothing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Has Baron Corbin and Sheamus awoken something in Mark Henry that they may regret? Can't take him off his feet. Look at Henry. Up and down with the world's strongest slam. Into the cover. 1, 2, and no. Goldust stays alive. Complete chaos here. Complete not a chaos. Mark Henry up and down again with Goldust. And they asked for this match. They may not ask for another one. As Sheamus just again looks on. I cannot believe, I am stunned they haven't come to blows yet, ladies and gentlemen. As Big Show just keeps pushing off Goldust. Look at this. Toying with him. How on earth do you get close to him? That's how. You crucifix. Crucifix from Goldust and a DDT. Could they do the unthinkable? With Corbin and Sheamus at ringside. Are they enough? Oh my God. I was about to say, are they enough of a distraction, but it doesn't appear so. But Goldust is trying. He's trying everything he can. He takes the Big Show over onto the ropes, and now Goldust. No, he can't. He can't do this. Oh. Hangs the Big Show's throat across the top rope. Sorry, the bottom rope. I'm getting all flustered. I'm trying to watch what Corbin's doing. I'm trying to watch what Sheamus is doing. And the Big Show now exerting his power directly onto the neck. And this is surreal, ladies and gentlemen. What on earth is... Oh my God, that's what's going on. That's what's going on. A spear to R-Truth, but again Corbin is distracting the referee. And Big Show, oh, for God's sake, throw him out. Why are they even allowed at ringside? This is absolutely outrageous. How are they even allowed at ringside as Big Show continues to punish R-Truth here. And just slings R-Truth across the ring again. And again, look at this. For God's sake, referee. Where's Edge? Where's someone in charge to take control here? Henry whips him in. And here it comes. Here it comes right now. The destruction device. The destruction device to R-Truth. And the cover, 1, 2, and Goldust gets in and saves it. I don't even know how smart that is. I don't even know how smart that is. R-Truth trying to find out. Here comes R-Truth again. R-Truth again. Oh, and overpowered again by Mark Henry. Overpowered again by Mark Henry, who's going to load him up here. It's broken down on the outside. The Big Show. The Big Show and Goldust are going toe-to-toe. Look at Sheamus just watching him laughing. And Baron Corbin is still trashing ringside. This is completely broken down. Goldust and Big Show. That was an incredible fall-away slam. Mark Henry into the cover. 1 and 2 and 3. And what the hell would you even call that? What the hell would you even call that? Look at this fall-away slam, and that's enough. That's enough to put away R-Truth. And look at Baron Corbin just trashing ringside. Just causing chaos. The Big Show celebrates the victory. And these two are going to go. These two teams are going to go here. They're going to go. And now what? My God. It's complete chaos here. And now here's the general manager. Finally, some order. Well, finally some order from Edge. And some common sense. Okay. Well, there you go. Big Show and Mark Henry get their rematch. But it's happening at Night of Champions. Whoa. A no contact clause has been put in place. What does that mean? Wow. The Hall of Destruction. Well, the Hall of Destruction, if they touch Sheamus and Corbin, they'll never get another title shot. And Corbin and Sheamus will be stripped. High stakes.
But to be the man, you gotta beat the man. And I'm saying, woo, right here in Nashville, Tennessee, pal. I'm the
Well, it appears we have some order restored here, ladies and gentlemen. We just heard some huge news from General Manager Edge. He has issued, in conjunction with Shane McMahon, a no contact clause between the Hall of Destruction and Sheamus and Baron Corbin until Night of Champions. But right now, it's the big guy who's always hungry. Ryback makes his way to the ring, and he has one of the biggest tests of his career. He'll be taking on the Intercontinental Champion, AJ Styles, imminently. It's the first time we've seen the big guy on SmackDown. And undoubtedly, he'll be looking to make a huge splash in this division with AJ Styles on his plate this evening. Look at the size of Ryback. Enormous human being. But is he phenomenal? Because we know this guy is. AJ Styles coming hot off the heels on what was potentially a show-stealing performance against Sami Zayn in the opening match of part 1 of Backlash for that Intercontinental title. Sami Zayn getting so close. AJ Styles ended up coming out on top, but Sami Zayn certainly didn't lose anything in the process. The phenomenal one makes his way to the ring. And listen to this place, Glendale, Arizona, on their feet for AJ Styles, the reigning, defending Intercontinental Champion. And he's part of this movement. He's part of this movement that wants to make the Intercontinental title great again. And I'll tell you what, right now, it is phenomenal. Pun intended. As we get set right now for Ryback versus AJ Styles. Ryback certainly with the size advantage, but he was fixing up his tights, and AJ Styles was able to get on top. Nailed the drop kick. And now Styles taking it right to Ryback. Gets him in. Oh, beautiful calf kick. Beautiful calf kick. And now AJ Styles. This is an aggressive side of AJ Styles, keeping the big man off his feet. And we all know how I feel about that, how important that is. It's Ryback. Now going to try and use the power. Whips AJ Styles in and up and... Oh, my goodness me! A picture-perfect spine buster from the big guy. Ryback is just enormous, isn't he? And if he can get himself into contention for that Intercontinental title, and this is the way to do it. This is the way to do it. And Ryback, just like that, has taken control of this match. Now Ryback shoots in. And, oh, beautiful belly-to-belly suplex. And if this match slows to the pace of Ryback, we are going to have problems for AJ Styles. There is no question about it. AJ needs to keep this in the air and keep this match moving, because look at Ryback. Look at the power of Ryback. And now Ryback is lining him up. He's lining him up. You can hear the chants. Wait a minute, look at this. Ringside off, for God's sake. It's Samoa Joe. It's Samoa Joe again. Samoa Joe again. We saw him at Backlash. We saw him at Raw. And now Ryback trying to get his hands on him, and Joe again clears the ring. For God's sake. This night just gets more and more chaotic as it goes on. Samoa Joe busting apart a match now. And Joe just tosses Ryback to the outside. And now he's just dragging him up to his feet. And now going to take him off his feet. And Samoa Joe is picking apart AJ Styles. We know these two have history. We know that for sure. And Joe at the chop. Good Lord. Samoa Joe tearing apart AJ Styles here. God almighty, we saw him in a bloody battle with Batista on Raw. They fought all over the arena. And now Samoa Joe showed up on SmackDown. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? And now Samoa Joe hooks him up, and down with a muscle buster. Down with a muscle buster. Samoa Joe has taken both shows hostage here. And look at this. Joe just tosses him like a piece of garbage outside the ring. And Samoa Joe has torn apart another show, but here we go. One of Samoa Joe's other victims on Backlash, Chris Jericho. Samoa Joe doesn't look perturbed. The lights have gone out here. Where is he? Where is Jericho? And there he is. Chris Jericho is going to go one-on-one with Samoa Joe. Oh, he just knocked him over the top rope. Samoa Joe back to his feet though. Jericho tossed his jacket out. And now Joe. Oh my God. The power of Samoa Joe, you can feel the mood change immediately. Oh, and he jacks the jaw. Jericho jacks the jaw. Can Jericho be the one to put an end to this? Chris Jericho getting some back for Backlash. Chris Jericho runs in, big clothesline and a bulldog. And Chris Jericho is fired up on SmackDown. Samoa Joe wants to come in and bust it up. Look at him, like a cat. My God. Samoa Joe is an animal, just tearing apart the entire company at the moment. Samoa Joe's just walking around doing whatever he wants. Jericho's not having it. Jericho fighting back. Big clothesline sends him out of the ring. And look at this. Samoa Joe. He's had enough. Samoa Joe's had enough. Takes off. Down the ramp. And through the crowd. This is ridiculous. What, he's just come out and do whatever you want now. Jericho's back in the ring, and here comes the general manager again. Hasn't Edge had his hands full here tonight? Good Lord. What a night. Are we in? Is there any danger of a full match? Yeah, exactly. How much work does he have to do? This is more work than he's done in the last month. Well, I mean, it has to be. It has to be at the top of the list. He can't just keep doing this. He can't just keep showing up and busting apart important matches. And there you go. Edge and Shane McMahon are going to address it on Raw. Well, Edge has said that since Chris Jericho's in a fighting mood, he's going to get himself a match. Who's Chris Jericho's opponent going to be? Well, here we go. Zack Ryder is going to step up to the plate against the former Intercontinental and former World Champion. And I don't know if anybody noticed, but Chris Jericho very conveniently, I mean, I shouldn't be facetious, but I'm assuming Chris Jericho very conveniently waited until AJ Styles caught a pretty severe beating from Samoa Joe before he got involved. But that's neither here nor there. We have to focus on the action, and hopefully we can get a full match here. Because tonight has just been absolutely chaotic here on SmackDown. There has just been no respite tonight. As Jericho whips him in. He went for the elbow, but it was returned by Zack Ryder, who's got a huge opportunity here in a big match here on SmackDown. It's potentially even... Oh, there you go. There's Chris Jericho. There's the real Chris Jericho. Edge said he was happy that Jericho intervened and put an end to the madness. But that's the real Chris Jericho right there. Cheap shots. He takes Ryder down, but look at this from Ryder. That was brilliantly countered. You can't sleep on Zack Ryder, who we saw in action just before Backlash. He's desperate to get into any kind of championship picture. He took on Dean Ambrose. He brought a referee down at short notice, tried to take the hardcore title from Dean Ambrose. But thanks to some interference from the Wyatts, and Dean Ambrose ended up giving him a dirty deeds through the announce table. Zack Ryder is looking to be taken a lot more seriously on SmackDown as he tries to get at Chris Jericho. That's the second cheap shot of the match, and you can see they link up again. And Zack Ryder is definitely showing a good amount of strength here. It's Chris and then again, for God's sake, the referee needs to watch that. As Jericho and Ryder link up again here. What a chaotic evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting word that Rikishi is responding. He's talking to the nurses and the doctors in the hospital. And he is responding to questions. He knows where he is. He knows what day it is. He is aware of what's going on. And Rikishi appears to be okay, although severely beaten at the hands of Roman Reigns. And I almost feel like I can't say it, but at the hands of Roman Reigns and his own sons. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting and despicable. But we're focusing on the action here as Chris Jericho. He's got a tough contest, a tough opponent in Zack Ryder. Rolls out of the way. Jericho looks him up again, up and down. Chris Jericho hasn't lost a beat, hasn't skipped a beat. Of course, he lost his opportunity to face AJ Styles, hence the late arrival, I'm sure, to make the save against Samoa Joe. As Zack Ryder took him off his feet with a neck breaker. Chris Jericho lost the Intercontinental title to AJ Styles in a ladder match at WrestleMania. And, well, he hasn't been on the greatest of tears. He lost 2 matches straight to Sami Zayn and eventually lost his number 1 contendership for the Intercontinental title. And then he came out. He wanted a trade to Raw when we were on Backlash. He wanted a trade to Raw. And then Chris Jericho was met and caught up in an impromptu match with Batista, which was then interrupted by Samoa Joe. And it's just been complete chaos here, ladies and gentlemen. But Edge has appeared to have brought this under control here as Jericho got behind and took down Zack Ryder. Now Jericho is going to try and work a limb here. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, our main event still to come. The opportunity that was given to Neville and Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger, of course, on a huge win streak. Neville trying to put an end to that here tonight in the main event. Jack Swagger and Neville look to steal the show in what will undoubtedly be a wrestling clinic here. But Jericho straight into the cover too. Mate, have him know. Doesn't get it. Has to stay on Ryder here. Jericho, the veteran, will always do that. This ain't his first rodeo. Jericho gets Ryder to his feet here. Now he's going to look for it. Now Jericho looking for it. Can he get him over? Yes, he does. Walls of Jericho. Ryder trying to crawl, but Jericho lets it go. The damage may have been done. May well have been done here. Jericho into the cover. 1, might have him 2. No. He's going to need to do more to put away Zack Ryder. And he went for the code breaker. Ryder reversed it, got him up and down. Reversed the code breaker, got it. 1, 2, huge win for Ryder, no. Oh, I thought that was it. Zack Ryder so close. And now Jericho, God almighty, just tossed him to the outside of the ring. And look at Chris Jericho. He realizes just how close that was. He knows how badly he needed this separation. And now Jericho going to look to play outside here and take this to levels that he hopes Zack Ryder can't go with. Those shots to Zack Ryder will take anyone off their feet. Chris Jericho, this is the veteran. This is the experience. Take the fight to the outside. Get it down and dirty. Ryder was so close, but Ryder, has he got this in him? Has he got this vicious streak in him? He certainly does. Zack Ryder bounces his head. And Ryder ain't interested in winning by a count out. But Jericho ran in, but Ryder caught him and sent him back in the ring. He says, we're taking this back in the ring, whether you like it or not. And this crowd is fully in support of Zack Ryder as he picks him up and down. And now Ryder gonna look to go high risk. Come on, Zack. Zack all the way to the top. Ryder up and down with a splash. With a massive splash. Get the cover. Got him 1. Got him 2. Huge upset. No. Jericho just hangs on again. Come on, Zack. Stay on him, Zack. This is your chance. This is your chance. He looks around at the crowd. You've got to stay on him. Irish whip from Jericho. And Jericho again. Jericho again. And this is it, isn't it? You can't lose the match on the outside. And this is the experience again of Chris Jericho. He knows. He knows. Now he takes it in the ring. Slides in. Hooks him up. What's this? Up and down with a backbreaker. Up and down with a backbreaker. Up and over. The Lion Salt. The Lion Salt. And that'll do it. 1, 2, and throw. No! Zack Ryder stays alive. Zack Ryder showing some fight here. Jericho getting frustrated. Ryder shrugs it off. Look out. Oh! Zack Ryder taking it to Y2J. Come on, Zack. Turns him around. Hooks him up again. Is it another huge upset? Ryder got it for the second time. Get the cover. Make the cover, Zack, for God's sake. Make the cover. The crowd screaming at him to make the pin. And Ryder gonna line him up. Oh, drop kick to the head. Drop kick to the head of Jericho. Now Ryder. Now Ryder. He's gonna go for the elbow. Oh, no. Ryder got caught. Ryder got caught. 2, 3. And Jericho ekes out a tight win. And Chris Jericho picks up an enormous victory here in Glendale, Arizona. A tight one over Zack Ryder. But what on earth is going on with the Samoa Joe situation? We'll find out on Monday Night Raw. Well, ladies and gentlemen, some breaking news from the desk of Edge, who has been incredibly busy here tonight. He has made the main event for next week, Sami Zayn versus Alberto Del Rio. And he says this is Sami Zayn's last chance to get back in the running for the Intercontinental Championship. It's all on the line next week as Sami Zayn takes on Alberto Del Rio. And ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time here on SmackDown. And we are about to be joined by the man that gravity forgot. It's the one, the only, Neville. Absolutely monstrous opportunity for these two men. Edge has been impressed by both. He's given Jack Swagger and Neville the platform to be great. And that is what it's all about here on SmackDown, is giving people the platform to come out and steal the show and reach your full potential. And that's what this is all about here tonight. Can Neville and Jack Swagger handle this major spot on this major show under a massive microscope? All eyes are on this match right now as Neville awaits the arrival of a very unpopular Jack Swagger here in Glendale, Arizona. Of course, flanked by Summer Rae. And he says, we the people are going to make wrestling great again. The All-American professional wrestler. The Oklahoma native comes down to the ring. Summer Rae is in tow. She's here because she wants to take notes. She wants to be great like Jack Swagger. She wants some of that rub. She wants some of that Jack Swagger rub. And I know what you're thinking, and it's not that. But Jack Swagger is the perfect mentor for someone like Summer Rae, who wants to get back into the title picture for the women's division. And why wouldn't you pick someone like Jack Swagger, who has been on such a roll lately, And this is big time main event wrestling here, ladies and gentlemen. Jack Swagger taking on Neville. A huge opportunity looms for both men. Swagger doesn't take a backward step. Big chop. Lights up Neville. And that's going to set the tone. That'll set the tone. As Neville now takes Swagger off his feet. This is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Opportunity. Will you take the opportunity to be great? Who on this night here tonight is going to launch themselves into the stratosphere? Neville rolls out. That's the quickness of Neville. That's the quickness of Neville. That's pretty much precisely what Swagger has to try and avoid. Hooks him up. Look out. Oh, my God. Neville over the top. And now, oh, there's that viciousness. There's that vicious streak from Jack Swagger that got him to this position. Both of these men have hurt this position up, and oh my God, look at the power of Neville. That underrated power of Neville with a sit-out powerbomb. And now Neville, you got to keep him grounded. You've heard me say it before. And now Neville, what can he produce here? Huge opportunity, and a cutter. And a cutter from Neville. What's he got planned? They're going to attack the base, is he? Yes, that's the way. Right on the inside of that knee of Jack Swagger. Attack the base, work a limb. So you can hear the tension here in the arena here in Glendale. What a night this has been, ladies and gentlemen. Just absolute anarchy, absolute chaos. Jack Swagger bounces him off the turnbuckle. There's another German suplex. And Jack Swagger, with a click of a finger, is in control of this match. Dragging the lifeless body of Neville to the middle of the ring. Now Swagger gonna pick his moment here. Whips Neville into the corner. Face first and a big clothesline. And then an elbow to the leg. And that's what he's got to do. Take it to Neville's base. Take away that high-flying ability. Swagger, see the strength, just drags him into the middle of the ring, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to attack the base. Very smart. This ain't Jack Swagger's first rodeo, ladies and gentlemen. Going to take it to Neville here. Swaggered out. Oh, with an elbow. Just a straight elbow, knocking Neville onto the ropes. You can see the size difference. That's never concerned Neville, but this just might with a back suplex. Jack Swagger manhandling Neville at the moment. And the bigger man definitely has the control right now. Not uncommon, as Neville went for a drop kick, but he was cut off again. Cut off again by Jack Swagger. You can see here now, going to load up Neville. And he's just having his way with Neville here at the moment. Huge opportunity. That can't be lost in all of this, ladies and gentlemen. How big of an opportunity it is to be thrust into the main event spot on SmackDown with the world watching. Into the cover here. One. Might have it. Has he done enough? No, he hasn't. Hasn't done anywhere near enough. Neville kicks out at one. But Swagger not letting him breathe. No wasted motion. And that was a huge belly-to-belly suplex followed up by a leg drop. This crowd in Glendale certainly not really behind Jack Swagger as he whips him in again. Oh, there's a big boot. And Jack Swagger is dominating this match. He is dominating this match. There's nowhere. Oh, well, that's where Neville can go. That's one avenue that Neville can go. But again, Swagger, he's just all over him. Takes him down again. Takes that leg again. And this is what Swagger's been doing for the last month, ladies and gentlemen. He's been manhandling people. We thought the step up in competition might really test Jack Swagger. Well, he's passing with flying colours. Neville breaks free. Neville broke free. And now he got over the back with a German suplex of his own. A deadlift German suplex from Neville. And now Neville's going to find something. So far it's been all Swagger. But can Neville find something? Has he got the power? Yes, he does. The deceptive power from Neville. The deceptive power from Neville lifts him up. And now Neville's got some momentum here. Can he maintain this? Neville's got to stay on top of him. You have to be alive. You have to be alert. Now he's going to try and take the oxygen away from the brain. It affects the decision making. And now Swagger showing that power. He's going to try, and if he can get to his base, if he can get to a vertical base, he can take advantage of the reach. And look out, he's tried to shoot in. He tried to shoot in to take the ankle, as we've seen him do a million times before, but he got caught with a vicious super kick. Now Neville picks him up and down with a back suplex, and Neville has this match in hand here. Ah, for God's sake. You knew it could only be a matter of time. You knew it was only a matter of time. There's a German suplex. Summer Rae. And this is something we haven't seen from Summer Rae. This is more what we expected from Summer Rae. And now he takes the ankle. Now he takes the ankle. And now I think I'm starting to understand where this whole Summer Rae Jack Swagger thing's going. And this is over. No, it's not. No, it's not. It is not over because Neville's a fighter, but he's basically fighting two people here. And this has been a common thread throughout the entire night, ladies and gentlemen. It's been anarchy. As Neville tries to fight out, can Neville be the one to buck the trend? Can he overcome the odds here? Neville up and down. Beautiful move. But look at Summer Rae on there. That she's being ignored by the referee. Summer Rae doing everything she can though. Jack Swagger was almost put away. You can feel the tension rising. This crowd is on their feet. Who's going to take this enormous opportunity? It's going to be Jack Swagger. The Swagger Bomb. It's going to be Jack Swagger who takes this opportunity. Rolls into the cover. We haven't seen anyone kick out. 3, no! Oh my God! Neville barely gets the shoulder up. Jack Swagger's beside himself. He's trying to put Neville away, but Neville won't go away. Neville going nowhere. There's the cutter. There's the cutter. And now Neville. Now it's Neville. This is your chance. Make your imprint. Yes, it is. Red Arrow. Red Arrow 1. Got him 2. Got him. No. Oh, my God. Jack Swagger stays alive. This crowd is on their feet after seeing the Red Arrow. Neville's going to load him up. Neville's going to load him up. Neville's got him on the top rope. Up and down. The German suplex. He lands on his stomach. Neville into the cover. 1, 2. That's enough. 3. No, it's not enough. No, it's not enough. And Neville shoots in for a kick. Oh, for God's sake. Summer Rae. Summer Rae again. Getting in the face of Neville. Jack Swagger up from behind him. Slings him down. She jumped down. Swagger up and down. And Jack Swagger falls into the cover. He can barely stand. 2. And God damn it. God damn it. I thought maybe for once tonight we would have some positivity. We've had a Hall of Famer. We've had a Hall of Famer put in hospital. And we've had nothing but chaos here tonight. And it only continues in the main event. Neville's defeated by Jack Swagger. He takes his enormous opportunity in the main event. But if you think this is over, you are so wrong. Thank you so much for joining me.